What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dummy Wormy, and earlier last week we ended up having the revelation that Anthony Mackie thinks that Captain America should not represent America. And when we come down here to what he actually had to say, I'll play it for you one more time. I know we've heard it all over the place, but these were his exact words.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. Like, it's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity.
You know what America kind of stands for, but we don't need to go much further than this. The rest of it is basically word salad nonsense. And yes, Anthony Mackie did come out here and issue a retraction and a backpedal that was kind of not really a backpedal and was kind of lackluster, but it proves that he fundamentally misunderstands what it is to be Captain America and what Captain America stands for. He stands for the ideals of America. He stands for what America represents at a fundamental level. He is the true American. That's why he is Captain America. When it comes to America, this is something that a lot of other people don't understand. America is not a group of people. We are not an ethnicity. We are not any of the stuff. You know, you go down to Mexico, you see Mexicans. You go down over to Japan, you see Japanese people. You go to France, you see French people. You go to UK, you see UK people. America's not like that. America is not an ethnicity. We are ideals. We are a belief structure, and we are founded upon an ideology, not an ethnicity. So when you understand that and you recognize that that is what America stands for, and that's what Captain America is. He represents the Constitution, the founding documents, the founding fathers, everything that makes America great in its ideological purest form, personified in a human form known as Captain America. Yes, he represents America. Yes, a lot of these values are worldwide and they are recognized by that, but that's why so many people love to come to America, and a lot of times illegally. Well, since then, you've seen all the comments back and forth that, well, I mean, these values are universal. These values represent the world, or he doesn't represent the government, and outright people saying that Captain America has gone against the government, not understanding that he's fighting against corruption and believing that the government is no longer following what it means to be an American. We had this guy come out. Pop culture commentator John Campea defends Anthony Mackie, says Captain America has never represented America. This is a pop culture commentator, by the way, who comments on MCU and all things Disney. Granted, he's a major shill, but this tells you that he fundamentally doesn't understand what Captain America stands for and what he represents. So, I mean, that says a lot about you, but we scroll on down here to what our good friend John Campea had to say. In response to this, Campea said, "I got news flash for you. Captain America has never represented America. Captain America has been a symbol of idealism about what America should aspire to. Captain America isn't a symbol and never has been a symbol for the world." Now, that part I agree with, but this is John Campea. So, I mean, you can see there's two things right here that aren't working, okay? They're contradictory statements. So Captain America doesn't represent America. He represents idealism about what America should aspire to, and that he doesn't represent what the world is. So he's not a symbol for the world. So how can those two things be true? If he represents America, because America is an ideal, America is an ideology, America is something more than just an ethnicity or its borders, it's something greater than itself. So when you say that he represents the idealisms of what America aspires to be, that would be representing America. I don't get that, but he continues. Ironically, then he claimed Captain America has been a symbol for America. He's supposed to embody the things that inspire America. He's supposed to be the ideal that America strives for. That's what Captain America is. So he doesn't represent America. He represents America. Then he doesn't represent the world, but then he represents America. Yeah, it keeps getting worse, guys. Campea then attempted to deflect legitimate criticism of Mackie's comments by implying that anyone who was criticizing him was talking about the various traits he described him by. He said, "And now maybe you're somebody who doesn't think honor, dignity, and integrity represents America." Well, no, those do represent America. They also represent Captain America, and Captain America represents America. Okay, that's on you. If you don't think those things represent America, then maybe there are bigger problems, and I can agree with that. A lot of people believe this. A lot of people think this. And a lot of those people are on the left, actually. To be clear, to my knowledge, no one has criticized Mackie for how he described Captain America's various traits. I also haven't seen that either. Nevertheless, Campea's attempt to burn the straw man he conjured up when asked about what are the things that Captain America represents, and he says the highest ideals of characteristics, honor, dignity, and character. America is not a trait. America is not a characteristic. And if you're wondering what the heck was just said there, realize that this is a cultural commentator who at the same time has said Captain America doesn't represent America. Captain America represents America. Captain America is not a symbol for the world. He's a symbol for America. Captain America honors all these traits, and yet at the same time, he doesn't honor all these traits. So I don't know what the heck he's trying to say. And guess what? America is a country that hates itself, he continued. Everybody knows that. I don't just say something that's a hot take. You all know that. Everybody agrees. So when somebody who's more on the left thinks, well, Captain America should represent left America, somebody on the right will think, well, Captain America represents the right-wing America. So what is he supposed to do? Just a thought here. He doesn't represent left America. Granted, nowadays, he really doesn't represent what it is to be a left American. And he doesn't necessarily represent right America. Now, more often, he is representing what right America is, because right America is just super pro-America. But that's the thing, okay? At a fundamental level, he doesn't represent either one of them. If we're looking at it from the modern aspect, yes, he does represent more of these right-leaning things, because the right side of the world predominantly really loves America. Now, I'm not saying that the left side doesn't love America too, and there's not a good, strong portion of the left that does truly love America and want the best for America. I'm not saying that. I'm saying more often than not, modern leftists don't believe in American values and don't really like America. But that's besides the point. When we look at what a Captain America is supposed to represent, he's not supposed to be right or left. He's not supposed to be, libertarian or anything like that. He's none of these political aspirations. He's not one of them. He represents the truest ideals of the American system, the truest ideals of an American citizen, of an American worker, of somebody who loves their country at a fundamental level. That's what he represents. And denying that is idiotic at this point. But the thing is, I can't tell you what John Campea here is trying to say, because he's taken every single position in this statement. Campea then unwittingly doubles down on agreeing with Mackie's criticism. While attempting to criticize them, he said, does Captain America represent the term America? No, he's a symbol for America. But I'm not even gonna try. He's an inspiration for America. He's supposed to uphold and embody the highest ideals that America strives for, and that's what he said. Captain America is honor, his dignity, his integrity. So does Captain America represent the term America? No, he's a symbol for America. He represents America. He's both. He's a fundamental aspect of America. I don't get what you're trying to say here. Hilariously, Campea would then unintentionally insult himself, and the fact that there are a bunch of P words out there, virtue signaling, making this a big deal like, oh my god, just show what an absolute wuss you are, because he said something that was exactly right. I mean, that does actually say you. Like, you've been disagreeing, agreeing, disagreeing, and agreeing with Anthony Mackie at every turn. I don't know what it is that you're saying, because you're taking both sides of the argument and acting like you're trying to attack everybody in the argument. The problem is you're making yourself look like the fool. And the thing is, at the end of the day, Captain America represents the truest ideals of America. Like I've been saying this entire time, he represents the founding documents of America. He represents the literal American flag. He represents the founding fathers. He represents the Constitution. He represents the Bill of Rights. He represents our form of justice. He represents our republic, our democracy, every little thing about this country. He is the personification of. That is what Captain America is. He is the symbol. He is the representation. He is the truest sense of the American values. And that's what some of these people fundamentally don't understand. When they say, well, yeah, the world could agree with these, because guess what? That's what is appealing about America. So much of our system is appealing to the vast majority of the world that people have attempted to copy it, or has outright tried to come over here, because they understand that we are a glowing city on the mound. We are the beauty in this world. We are what all other nations should strive to achieve, and that we are this mighty beacon of freedom in this world. And that is what Captain America is. They are one in the same, and trying to ignore that tells us just who you are as an individual. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Let me get your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Shout out friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video live, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.